blood and quiet rooms. They weren't supposed to look at each other like that. Ethan and Clara had shared the same last name since birth. Same blood. Same family reunions every summer at the old lake house in Vermont. Same childhood photos where they sat side by side on the wooden dock, legs swinging, ice cream melting down their wrists. For years it was simple. He was the older cousin who taught her how to skip stones. She was the younger one who stole his hoodies and never gave them back. Then time did what time always does. Ethan came back at 26, taller, quieter, carrying the weight of a city job that left dark circles under his eyes. Clara was 22, home for the summer after college, all long legs and soft mouths, and that new way of looking at people like she already knew their secrets. The first night of the family gathering, the power went out. Candles, rain against the windows, everyone else gone to bed early. They ended up in the old reading room on the second floor, the one with the cracked leather couch and the books no one had touched in years. One candle between them. The flame kept leaning toward her every time the wind slipped through the window frame. Ethan sat on the floor with his back against the couch. Clara sat on the cushions above him, legs folded, one bare foot almost touching his shoulder. She spoke first, voice low. "You don't look at me the same anymore." He didn't answer right away, just stared at the candle like it might give him permission. "I know," he said finally. The silence that followed wasn't empty. It was heavy, charged, the kind that makes the air feel thicker. Clara shifted. Her foot brushed his shoulder. Deliberate this time. Soft. Warm. Ethan closed his eyes for half a second. "Clara, I know," she whispered. "I know we can't." But knowing never stopped the way her pulse jumped when he finally turned his head and looked up at her. Really looked. The kind of look that said he'd already lost the fight in his own head weeks ago. He reached up, slow, almost reluctant, and rested his hand against the side of her calf. Nothing more. Just the heat of his palm through her skin. His thumb moved once, a tiny, restless stroke like he was trying to memorize the feel of her before he forced himself to let go. She didn't pull away. Outside, thunder rolled across the lake. Inside, the candle flickered hard. Ethan stood up suddenly, putting distance between them like the floor had burned him. His voice came out rough. "We should go downstairs before someone wakes up." Clara stayed seated. Her eyes stayed on him. "And if I don't want to?" He looked at her for a long moment, the kind of moment that could ruin everything if either of them took one step closer. Then he did the only thing left that still felt safe. He turned and walked out of the room, but his hand, when it left the door frame, lingered half a second too long, and Clara, alone with the dying candle, pressed her fingers to the exact place on her leg where his palm had been, like she was trying to keep the heat from fading.